Audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The hybrid requirements and everything we have discussed. And similar way in the solanaceous vegetables. In the solanaceous vegetables, the cultivation aspects will be a similar to the tomato, chili, and the brinjal, and few of sometimes for the potato productions also. So looking to those concepts, please remember when we are producing for a chili crop, okay, the capsicum annuum or capsicum frutescens, okay, the capsicum is be very much required, or the this chili, because of the presence of vitamin C also, it is more preferred, and sometimes it will be as a nutritional components. It acts as a body coolant. Sometimes the pungency. Why the reason the pungency in the chili? What's the reason for the pungency in the chili? Hello, hello, hello.
Capsaicin, sir.
Because of the presence of the capsaicin and the color. And the color is because of,
Capsanthin.
okay, because of the presence of the capsanthin. So looking to these aspects, the climatic requirements, okay, the climatic requirements, it's again a tropical conditions. It can be grown from the 18 degrees centigrade to the up to the level of 32 degrees centigrade. And when you are comparing, there should not be any of the hailstones when you are growing these particular crop. There should not be any heavy rains. If the heavy rains occurs, then it's going to be make a very difference. That's the reason we understand, and we should aware that these crops can be grown under the climatic conditions where the tropical conditions are very much preferred. When we are talking about the soil requirement, the soil, particularly, 1 minute. The soil must be very friable. Remember, the soil must be very friable, and at the same time, a red sandy loam soils is much preferred for the more yield of this particular crop. At the same time, few of the crops, it can also be grown in the black soils, but see that when you're growing in the black soils, the drainage must be given very thoroughly. The drainage is a very important aspect when you are growing, or otherwise, root infections. The root infection is going to be happen so that the plants going to be have the fungal diseases, or sometimes this bacterial wilt may be more highly preferred. And the pH value must be of the neutral one. It can be grown up to the 6.5 to 7. The neutral pH is more preferred for these crops. Hence, the drainage and the sandy loam soils are much preferred for the cultivations of these chili crop. So when you are looking for the few of the operations, for example, the selections of the varieties depending upon the local places which we going to be used, we can identify them. There is a variety called Sankeshwar, there is a variety called Kollegal, there is a variety called Guntur. Guntur variety, the variety of chili is famous for what? Guntur, Guntur chili. Is it for pungency or the color? Hello, friends.
Color.
Hello. Okay.
Color extraction, sir.
Guntur. Guntur chicken. Guntur is for color extraction, or Badgi is for color extraction?
Badgi, sir.
Okay.
Badgi, sir. Badgi, sir.
Badgi is for the color extraction, and Dabba, this is Dabba variety, that's also for that. But Guntur is always a pungency. The pungency is for the pungency purpose, we use the Guntur varieties. Then there is a variety called Kollal varieties. Then there is a variety which has been released by the Indian Institute of Horticulture Research, the Arca Meghana, then Arca Kathy. Then from our university, our own university, the variety which has been released as the KBCH-1, okay, Karnataka Bangalore Chili Hybrid 1. So that makes from the Department of Plant Breeding, Dr. Mohan Rao has released as a variety. So these are the one which are more important that we can take into considerations, and later you can go for the land preparations. So friends, when you are doing the land preparations, it must be in a sense that the land preparations has to be taken care. Look into the aspects of the look into the aspects of the soil friability. Okay, you have to flow the land very thoroughly and bring the soils to the fine tilt. When you're telling the fine tilt, it's the bulk density or forest density, which is very much important, where later the stage you can go for the spacing. Okay, sometimes we make them into 90 centimeter into 45 or 60 into 60 centimeter. So that is the more preferred one, the spacing. Then you have to raise the seedlings. For raising of the seedlings, you can use the seed pro trays. The pro trays can be sown in the each pro trays. There will be 98 seedlings can be emerged. Okay, if people are aware, for 10 rupees or 20 rupees, these pro trays are available. The nursery pro trays. In that pro trays, you go can mix these media, or sometimes we can also go for taking these what you say cocoa peat, or the enriched cocoa peat along with these neem cakes and trichoderma. You can use these media and go for sowing of these individual seeds. So the each individual seeds is very much important to take into considerations for the productions of the seedlings. So once these seedlings are rises to 21 days, you can use for the transplanting. So prepare the land, or sometimes if you are using the drip irrigations or the mulching sheets, you can cover the soil with the drip irrigations. So inline drippers are most preferred for the purpose of vegetable cultivations. Then you can go for these black mulching sheets, which will be more useful, and to avoid the weed. Okay, so increase the efficiency of use of these fertilizers or the water. So it is very much necessary. So you can go use these mulching seeds and take the transplant. Before the transplanting, please remember the use of this microbial consortium. The use of this microbial consortium is very much important. So our microbial consortium is also available, and at the same time, from our university, this trichoderma or the pseudomonas, all these consortiums are available that can be used and attach it to the base of the transplanted plant. So it gives a protection against these damping of seedlings. So once you transplant, you can use this Fourier spray 19-all. Okay, 1 kilo in 200 liters of water, and you can apply you can have these sprays. Or otherwise, the basal dose, this recommendation is of 150, 75 kilos of NPK per hectare of land. So off of the dose of the nitrogen has to be applied. Then a full dose of phosphorus and a full dose of potassium, which needs to be given. Then you can go for transplanting this plant. So once after the transplanting, the 1.5 month, the earthing of operations has to be done if it is not covered with the mulching sheets, and the hand weeding is more preferred. So one or two, three hand weedings has to be done. So then leave the plants for growing. If you at all, if you want to use these vegetable special, also you can have the 3 gram per liter up to the maximum level of these 5 grams per liter of water, and have the spray. So during the growth, there will be crinkling and misshaping of the leaves, particularly in chili. There will be sucking pest, which will be more infesting this particular crop. So there's this is called a little leaf of this chili, or we call them as in other names. There's a malformation of the leaves. So what you have to do, you have to mix the 0.5 ml of this imidacloprid, or you can also have the 1.25 ml of this rogar, the chemical, which will be more useful, along with this mancozeb, the M40. Hello? Hello, CR?
Sir.
ಯಾಕೆ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ದೇ ಮೇಡ್ ಮಿ ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಓಕೆ ನಾವು ಐ ಆಮ್ ಆಡಿಬಲ್ ನೋ
Yes, sir, audible.
okay this is what you have to understand the applications of these nutrient which is very very much important and once the diseases appears a small leaf spot or the cercospore leaf spot or these cercospore only always it appears on the plant you can have these sprays of hexaconazole also which going to recover this. So the crop will start flowering. So friends, in case of chili, please remember when there is a flowering, we should not irrigate it. That's the one point always you must aware of it. Once the crop starts flowering, so you can have the spray of these flanophytes. There's a chemical available. There's a growth regulator, so which can be used for for the purpose of retaining the flowers, so avoiding the flower drops. So it's going to increase the yield potentiality at the rate of 0.25 ml spray. It's going to give a very good crop. And later the stages, depending upon the purpose, if people are using it for the green chili purpose or if it is for the red chili purpose, we can have the harvesting. So it is better always harvest the crop in the early morning hours or in the late hours of the evening so that we can avoid the respirations loss and we'll be finding
Hello, sir.
as friends. Uh, this is what you have to make a crop intensifications, and at the same times we can have these harvesting flows. So whenever you are harvesting, let us see that if it is for the local market, the well matured crops has to be harvested, and if it is for
Sir, mic off ಆಯ್ತು sir.
sorry, students, there are so many calls today. This is what we have to make the crop rendering. Then, if it is for the capsanthin purpose or the capsicum purpose, you have to harvest the well-matured crop. And from this particular crop, we also going to be extract this oleoresin. The oleoresin constituent is also very, very important. And there will be a separate protocol, so you need not to be worry much about that. But remember, the production technology, what we are talking about for the cultivation of this particular chili crop. So crop will come by again 3 to 4 months. So we can harvest the crops within that period, and it may crops may also will run to an extent of 5 to 6 months. So within that period, you can harvest almost 30 to 40 tons of yield, depending upon the capacity of the particular varieties which you people are preferring for the purpose of cultivation. Okay. Friends, any with respect to chili, later this stage, next class, I'm going to share. Hello?
Sir,
ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಓಕೆ later stage, I'm going to share these slides in the next class. Just I'm making to be highlighted which are the crops which you are going to be learning. That's the reason I'm asking about it. Any problems you people are find out with respect to chili, you can ask to me, and that message can also be given to those farmers in your villages. So now the season, the people will be going to make this planting. Anyone wants to ask regarding the chili? Okay, if at all not, friends, please remember another group of, yeah, there's another group of crop which we call them as the capsicum. The capsicum is 1 minute. Okay, we'll come to that. Okay, friends, no problem. ಗವಿಸಿದೆಯಾ?
Sir.
ಹಲೋ
Sir.
ನಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೇ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇವಾಗ ಬಂತು. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ? ಓಕೆ. So if you have any doubts with respect to the chip, going to clarify that, or otherwise, okay. Somebody is asking what's the uses of oleoresin. See, the oleoresin, it will be extracted, and sometimes it will be used for medicinal purpose also. When you are preparing these tabulation forms, or the oleoresin is again a extract, it will be more useful for preparation of these edible products also. So that's the reason we use these oleoresin. They extract from the each individual component. From that oleoresin only, again, they're going to prepare these capsaicin, capsaicin, these chili requirements, this vitamin C rich components, the tablets. It can also be prepared out of that. That's the reason they may use. So to have interactions with respect to the capsicum, the same syllabus, whatever I talking about this chili cultivation, the same things will be much suitable for the capsicum. Hello.
Sir.
So in the capsicum, ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ನಾನು okay. In capsicum, only one thing you must aware: it will be grown in the controlled condition or the protected cultivation, or the greenhouse, or sometimes is shade net material. So whatever the shade net material you use, it must be of 50% shaded one. So that is very important. So that people need. understand, and you can have these shade network. So the varieties are Kagoro or Orabella, or from other few micro varieties or Namdari varieties, whatever you going to be raise as you people have raised is chili. So you have to transplant again within the 25 days. Then the fumigation effect has to be done in the greenhouse conditions to make it the soil-borne diseases or the eggs, it's going to be die. And later you transplant. One horticultural operations which you aware, when the particular crop grows to 3 nodes level, then from the base of the mulching sheet, there is the 1 node, 2 node, and the third node, there will be branching. So from the branching, you have to pinch out. Okay, you have to pinch out at the 3 node level. So later allow 2 laterals. The 2 laterals will be allowed, and that 2 laterals will grow again a 3 nodes. So from that 2 laterals again you will make a pinch, then it will give again a 2 shoots. So the 6 type of shoots will appear that you need to be very much to the greenhouse condition. So that is one operations you must aware of it in case of production of is again the capsicum. So that's the reason you must have to be understand, and you can give for the production technology of this particular chili crop under the capsicum also. Our other operations are much similar with respect to the chili productions and also with respect to the capsicum. Same, the sucking pest will appear, then the same, the leaf spot will appear, so successful leaf spots, there will be water spots on the leaf, and later the stages is going to be spread, and it will going to be concentric, and it will be spread to the process. It's the reason you can have these particular crop cultivations with respect to the chili and the capsicum. Yes, friends, I feel today I will take up to here. I had other assignment, so I may going to be in these sessions. Any clarifications?
Sir,
Doubts? Yeah.
sir, 1
Yes,
second.
tell me.
ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ಶಾಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡು.
ಹಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಇನ್ನೂ 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ಇದೆ, ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ.
Okay, sir.
Okay, friends, any doubts? So we almost completed the 2 of the crops, or the 3 of the crops. That's the tomato, chili, and the capsicum. When people are coming for the offline, again we're going to collect those information, and we'll be remembering that. Okay, Dheeraj, Devendra Dansana.
Yes,
Devendra. Okay, Dheeraj not.
sir.
Viresh.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ashik Khanal. Okay, Abhijana.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Abhishek.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Adarsh.
Yes, sir.
Adarsh Mandal. Adarsh Mandal. ID number 05. Okay, Afrozan. Adal Niyaz.
Yes, sir.
Aishwarya CM.
Yes, sir.
Aishwarya S.
Yes, sir.
Akshata Patel.
Yes, sir.
Akshata.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Amruta CS.
Present, sir.
Amruta ji,
Present, sir.
Hanagha.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, mute it. Ananya,
Yes, sir.
Anika Prakash,
Yes, sir.
Ankita Verma,
Yes, sir.
Anusha,
Yes, sir.
Arjun Reddy,
Present, sir.
Arun Bija.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Arun Kumar H. Arun Kumar H. Ayaj.
Present, sir.
Okay. Bahul Reddy.
Present, sir.
Basuraj.
Yes, sir.
Basuraj again.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Bhavani.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Biresh.
Present, sir.
Bhanukumar.
Present, sir.
Bhargav Reddy.
Yes, sir.
Bhaskar Gowda.
Present, sir.
Bhavana HS.
Sir.
Bhumika.
Present, sir.
Present, sir.
Chandan.
Present, sir.
Chandana GT.
Present,
Chandana HR. Chandana HR.
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Okay. Chandushri.
Present, sir.
Chetan.
Yes, sir.
Chetan R. Chetan R.
Present, sir.
ಎಲ್ಲೋಗಿದ್ದಪ್ಪ ಚಿನ್ಮಯಿ.
Present, sir.
ಚಿರಂತನ ಕಿಶೋರ್.
Present, sir.
ದರ್ಶನ್.
Present, sir.
ದೀಕ್ಷಿತ್ ಗೌಡ.
Yes, sir.
ದೀಕ್ಷಿತ್ ಎಂಪಿ.
Yes, sir.
ದೀಪ್ತಿ ಟಿಎಲ್.
Yes, sir.
ಧನುಷ್. ದಿಲೀಪ್ ಕುಮಾರ್.
Present, sir.
ದಿವ್ಯಾ.
Present, sir.
ದಿವ್ಯಶ್ರೀ.
Present, sir.
ದಿವ್ಯಶ್ರೀ ವಿಎಂ.
Present, sir.
ಗಗನ್ ಎಸ್ ಎಂ.
Yes, sir.
ಗಗನ ಎಸ್.
Present, sir.
ಗಣೇಶ್ ಜಿ. ಗಣೇಶ್. ಗಣೇಶ್ ಜಿ. ಗಣೇಶ್ ಜಿ. ಗಣೇಶ್ ಎಚ್.
Present, sir.
ಗವಿ ಸಿದ್ದೇಶ್.
Present, sir.
ಓಕೆ. ಗಾಯನ್.
Yes, sir.
ಗೋಪಾಲ್ ಲಾಲ್.
Yes, sir.
ಓಕೆ. ಗೋವರ್ಧನ್ ಗೌಡ.
Yes, sir.
ಗೋವಿಂದ್ ಎಸ್.
Yes, sir.
ಗೌತಮಿ.
Present, sir.
ಓಕೆ. ಗೌತಮಿ ಎನ್.
Present, sir.
ಗೌತಮಿ ನಿರಂಜನ್.
Present, sir.
ಹರ್ಷಿತಾ.
Present,
Present,
sir.
sir.
ಯಾರು ಯಾರ್ದು ಇದು ವಾಯ್ಸ್.
Sir, ನೀವು ಹರ್ಷ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಿ ಸರ್ ಅವನು.
ಓಕೆ, ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಇಟ್. ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಟೇಕ್ ಬಸ್ಲಿಂಗಪ್ಪ.
Yes, sir.
ಓಕೆ. ಚೈತ್ರ ಆರ್.
Present, sir.
ಚಂದನ ಸಿ. ಚಂದ್ರಿಕಾ.
Present, sir.
ನಾಗರಾಜ್ ನಾಯ್ಕ್. ಪನುಷ.
Present, sir.
Okay. Pritam,
Present, sir.
Pritam or Pritam?
Preethan, sir.
Pritam.
Preethan, N, sir.
Pritam, huh? Okay. 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 Rudresh,
Yes, sir.
Nisa, Vashamani,
Present, sir.
Shreyas, Shreyas. ID number 85. Amol. Amol. 13, ID number 13. Hemant. Hemant.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Amol. Hemant. First name ID next. Hello.
Hello, sir. You didn't call my name, sir.
No. Approximately, I'm calling them, few of them. Okay. Anyhow, no issue. AMB. What is this AMH? Which batch?
ಸರ್ ಅವರು ಹಾಸನಿಂದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸೆಮ್ಮಿಗೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ರು.
ಓಹೋ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರಾ?
ಹೌದು ಸರ್, ಅವ್ರು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸೆಮ್ ಇಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
Okay. Okay, friends, if you do have to.
ಸರ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಇದೀವಿ ಸರ್, ಸಹದೇವ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವೀರೇಶ್ ಅಂತ.
Sir, Baswanappa, sir. AMB 801.
ಎಲ್ಲೋಗಿದ್ದಪ್ಪ ಗಣೇಶು?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರೇ ಕರೆದಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. AMB 0092.
ಯಾಕೆ ಕರ್ದಿಲ್ಲ? ಕರ್ದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇಪರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಓಕೆ.
Sir, 81, sir.
ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇತ್ತು ಸರ್.
Okay. No problem. Okay, Visitya, I will be end up in this session here. Next class will be continuing. Okay. Thursday, ala?
Thank you.
Thursday, ala?
Thursday, sir. ಹೌದು, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅವರ್ಸ್.
Thursday 2 to 3. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.